What's up, ladies and gentlemen? iShogi here, back with another video, and the ginger is laughing. Why?
What? Okay. Lucas, it has been real, my main brother. And you've taken at least 4 dumps in my bathroom, and I appreciate it. And that's only brought us closer together as German speakers of the German language. And I must ask you, on a scale of 1 to fat, how would you rate your trip to America? In German.
Extra fett.
And does that mean like morbidly obese?
Yes.
Man, I didn't know that word. Now spot on. Let me ask you, what was your favorite? I was gonna say article of fooding, but that doesn't make sense because it's article of clothing. Unless you wore the food because it missed your mouth. What was your favorite item of food that you put in your mouth?
Some Taco Bell, maybe.
What Taco Bell?
The number 1, which was it?
That was the Burrito Supreme.
Ah, yeah, that's correct. And the number 7.
The quesadilla. Wise choice. Now, I used to. If you aren't familiar with my schedule, because I know you aren't. I used to go to Taco Bell 3 times a week, and of like the 7 days I spent with Lucas, like the 6 and 1/8 days, we ate Taco Bell 4 times because they don't have Taco Bells in Germany. And I know that every time my brother comes back from Germany, the first thing we do at 1 in the morning is hit up Taco Bell because his tongue actually, like, he loses the Mexican taste buds because you actually develop those. That's Darwinism for you. But tonight we had Dairy Queen, which is the second time having Dairy Queen here in the States. And when was the last time you had Dairy Queen?
7 years ago.
Yeah, he's deprived. I told him to get the cookie jar blizzard, which is actually a part of the secret menu that isn't actually shown. That's hot fudge, cookie dough, and Oreo. And I would know that because I actually work at Dairy Queen, if you didn't know that. And I'll have Lucas get a gameplay for us here in a second. We've talked 2.5 minutes. I just want to let you know. Let's see, what time is it, Lucas?
It's 6 to 10.
So you'd say wie spät ist es auf Deutsch to say what time it is. And then 6:14 Uhr, which means 6 before 10 o'clock. So you'll probably be watching this tomorrow. I'll render it tonight, but I'm actually going to try and go to bed before 12 o'clock tonight. And I want you to know that wherever you are, Lucas is somewhere on his way back to Germany. And I'd caution you to turn around because he might be behind you, actually. But I know the plane trip is at least 12 minutes long back to Germany. And I don't know how many stops he's making, but I was informed today in German class that I will be visiting German in 2 years, in my senior year in high school. And at that point, Lucas and I will be 18, and we'll be able to hit some German clubs. And if my brother's still over there, we'll bro it out. Oh, good Lord, that felt great. And since Lucas, they're like 12.5 grades, I guess, would be an equivalent name to call them. He'll be out of school because he'll be past his 12.5. No, 12.5 years. He'll have just finished his last half of the year, and then even though he will be out of school, since he stayed with me, my German teacher said that I'd be able to stay with his family because we have, quote, built a bond together here in the Americas. And I don't know what that means. I don't know how literally she meant that, but I'm gonna go to his place and legally intake some beverages. So Lucas, I must ask you, what was the least favorite part of coming to the United States? And I think I know what it is, but I just want to make sure.
Chemistry class.
I was gonna say me dragging you to my 2-hour-long rowing practices every day, but chemistry class, he did go to 1 class of chemistry, and he was so bored that he actually read a book. Now, he's been like 2 or 3 of my world history classes, and I know that's boring because he watched us take a quiz, because he came like the 2 Wednesdays that he was with me, like in that class, and just watched me take a quiz. He didn't even read during those classes, but chemistry was so boring that he actually read a book. Now I'm actually a reader, so Don't think that I don't read books, because books are educational, you could say. Well, I guess 50 Shades of Grey is in its own category as educational, but the more you know, am I right? Lucas, I must ask you, what was the best part of coming to America? Auf Deutsch.
Mit dir abzuhängen.
Schlampen?
Nope.
Wie bitte?
Ja.
That's what I thought. You can look that up. I think there's a beautiful site called Google Translate. Just figure out how to spell stuff, or just use your phone if you have an Android. Team Android. You could actually set like your Google Voice thing, like download the Google Translate app. He's trying to criticize Google Translate, but Google Translate is right 100% of the time. If you download Google Translate on an Android device and go back, and oh yeah, my commentary is recorded on an iPhone. If you actually go to the Google Translate app and repeat what I just said, it'll come up as long as you've set the voice to recognize German. So have fun decoding that. If you, well, actually, my brother who's gonna be watching this, you're not allowed to answer because I know what you just. I know you know what we said, so you're not allowed to answer. And I like turkey. That's all I can say. Lucas, is there anything else you would like to say?
It was a pleasure being in America once again.
And also in your mother. So with that, I'm gonna have Lucas get I'm gonna have him get a thick gameplay, and we'll see you guys later. I missed the stop button.
What's up, guys? iShogi here, back with another video.